Karting is a family sport, and here at the Summerley Raceway in Larkhall, I'm joined by Evi Davidson and Louis Di Resta. Now, if the Di Resta name is familiar to you, that's because Louis' sons Paul and Stefan raced in Formula One, karting, DTM, but now it's their niece Evi who's the star of the show. Evi, first of all, welcome to Larkhall, your home circuit in the British Championship. What's it like being part of the British Championship?
It's quite good. I like this track a lot, so it's quite a good feeling.
Now, this is your first year of the British Championship, but you've been karting for quite a while. It's not really surprising, is it? You've been from a racing family. When was the first time you stepped, you're 11 now, when was the first time you sat in a kart?
I think I was like 6, I think I was. Yeah, 6. It was at my house actually. I went round my house a couple of times in my kart when I was 6, so.
Not bad to have a garden like that, is it? Now, of course, you've got, Papa is mechanicking for you. Louis, he's been here a long time, he's mechanic lots and lots of drivers. How important is it to listen and to soak up all the information, the experience that he's got?
Well, he tells me a lot about it. When I was younger, he used to tell me a lot about it. So yeah, it's quite good. It's interesting.
Now, you're with the Synergy Developments team. They're the biggest team. I think there's 10 drivers in Cadet Honda, so you've got 9 teammates. What are you learning about, focusing on learning from your teammates and getting data and things like that?
Yeah, so we do data quite a lot. I do my data, but I also have the camera footage as well, so yeah.
And so far this season, it's going quite, I think you finished nearly in the top 20 in the last one, but lots of room for improvement?
Yeah, it's quite a battle, to be honest with you. There's a lot of us, so.
Yeah, 34 of you, but obviously now your uncles, Stefan and Paul, Paul particularly, now he's a Sky Sports commentator, they made a life out of racing, but you've got a different plan, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't want to race for the rest of my time. I want to do something else when I'm older, so.
Do something else, but have fun while you're doing it?
Yeah, I want to be an actress when I'm older.
An actress, there we go. And that, Louis, must be music to your ears, because that means that finally, after being here since 1975 here at Larkhall, when Evi decides that acting is maybe the way forward, it's been a long 40 plus years in karting for you.
It's been a long time, but it's been enjoyable. Every bit it was been fantastic. It's good going through the process with her as well, but it is challenging, I've got to say. 2 boys are easy compared to them.
I was going to say, Stefan and Paul probably, not as demanding as Evi. Close your ears, Evi.
No, she's demanding. It's repetitive, I'm sorry to say.
You were saying you came here in 1975. This track has seen the start of the careers not just of your sons, Stefan and Paul, but of Dario Franchitti, David Coulthard, Alan McNish, a whole 2-3 generations of Scottish drivers.
Yeah, lots and lots of drivers that come through here. This place is a hard track, and it seems to develop good drivers. Little Cole there, he's got to do fantastic. He's a great driver. Learn everything here. It's a hard track.
A lot of people say, considering the size of Scotland, the amount of world-class drivers that this country has produced compared to the size of the population, it's incredible. Places like this are really where that statistic is born, isn't it?
I think it is. It's not a fluke that a lot of kids from Scotland do well, and this track, seems to give them the grounding they need to go forward. And they do put the extra mile in, the Scottish kids. They're travelling and all the rest of it. They're always up against it. Their backs to the wall. There's 10 to 1 against them all the time. But the strong ones flourish and come through.
Now, of course, Evi, you've only been in karting a short time. This is the sport that with the big tents and the computers and all the teammates and the cameras and everything like that. Can you imagine what it was like when your papa was racing back in the 70s, where it was, there was no bumpers, there was no toilet?
It's weird, and I can't do anything without my phone either, so I would never have kept without a device or anything like that.
Well, there we go. At least got a racing driver admitting that you can't live without a phone. But what keeps, obviously a family tie, but what has changed in this sport in your time? I imagine that the answer is everything.
It is everything, I came in the back of a car, the go-kart hanging out the boot, a few tools, and then if you had a van, it was, whoa, you had a van, and then we never even had trolleys in the days. You lifted your go-kart from the dummy grid back to the car, and everything's evolved. And now, I think when Lewis made it through, then it was, you've got to be in a team. Teams are the thing, and it's exploded. And the thing about it, the dad lad's gone. dad lad is gone, and that's a shame about it. It's all money and teams and all, you know. Yeah, it's a shame.
Well, I mean, if the dad and the lad might have gone, but the granddad and the lass are still going strong. Good luck, Evi. What are your hopes for the season?
To do well.
To do well. And again, just a sense of pride. You know, this is now the rewarding aspect of karting for you, just to be able to do this, you know, for Evi.
It is relaxing, much more relaxing than the boys. I mean, the boys were at the sharp end. You know, it's a different thing. At the sharp end, the pressure is you've got to keep winning. But this end, you know, it's to get up there, and it's a different challenge, and it's enjoyable.
Well, thank you very much, Louis, and thank you very much, Evi. Evi Davidson, Honda Cadet driver, number 27 with the Synergy Racing team, and Louis Di Resta, part of the Di Resta Racing dynasty here at Larkhall.